become flooded because of that one only. Here in Karnataka much rain is not there. Okay, leave it. So welcome today. In the last class we have seen how the digestion process is going on in the animals. Herbivorous animals, we have observed how their digestion system works, how the unicellular amoeba is going to digest their food. Even though the amoeba is a microscopic organism, how they are going to digest, how their digestion system is. See here, in the human beings or in the animals, some common, what we can say, some common parts are there which are going to take the part in the digestive system. So today we are going to glance or focus on the digestion in humans. So what do you mean by digestion in humans? Means how our food is different, the animal's food is different. So we can see that whatever the food we are eating, that is nothing but the cooked food or the soft food. Already we have seen, we are not eating the raw food. So maybe you have seen that the food whatever we are eating directly it starts from the mouth. With the help of the hand, we are picking the food and eating in the mouth. So this facility is not there for another animals. Directly animals are going to capture the food, pick up the food or like that. They are having their different food eating processes there. So already we have seen that the food taking process in any animal, in any living being is called as a ingestion. I-N-G-E-S-T-I-O-N. Ingestion means food taking process. So now in human beings we are having the different digestive systems or different process. So how the food is going to convert in the how it is going to be digested when once it enters the mouth. Directly it will not go to the stomach and digested in within 10 minutes it will be come out, the waste material or the undigested food. Not like that, it will take time. So how the digestive system or the food is digested in human beings we are going to see from today. It is a very vast topic which we are going to cover, so it will take time for you to understand. Maximum maybe in the 6th system, so 6th standard, you have seen that in human beings or in the human body we are having the different systems like respiratory system, digestive system, excretory system, circulatory system. So all these are interrelated to each other. So the first, the food, the air or the shelter, these are the main needs or basic needs of the human being. Out of that, whatever the food you are eating, if it is not digested or not converted, because whatever the food we are eating, that is a complex, hard. Hard is not like that, stone or green grass or like that, like herbivorous. It is just complex because you can see that the chapati or roti or dal or rice, whatever you are eating, piece. Large piece is there. Darkly whenever you are putting inside your mouth, directly it will not go to the stomach because our food pipe is very small and that food pipe, what it is called, what is the function of that particular food pipe, from today onwards we are going to focus on the digestion in human beings. After some explanation, I am going to share one video to you, so please don't leave the class in between. After 5 to 10 minutes explanation, afterwards I will share you one video to you, means you will clear the concept how the food is digested, which parts of the human body is going to actually take part in the digestion of food. So on the board I have drawn one diagram here. So what is that one? Maybe you are having one question mark in your mind. What madam has written or drawn on that one? So the different parts which are going to actually participate in the digestion system all together. See here how once the food enters the mouth, you can see that this is the rough diagram. It is a small glance we are going to take that how the food is started going down to the stomach. Directly it will not go. See here, this is a mouth from where the food particles or food or the whatever the food you are eating started entering to your body, to the stomach. So this way, this is pipe, this is are the food particles which are going to enter to your stomach. So food and the pipe which through which this food particles are processing or going down is called as a esophagus. What it is called? It is called a esophagus, or we can call it as a food pipe, through which it is just like the normal pipe. Maybe you have seen in your home, you are having the water pipe to send the water to the upstairs or downstairs or to the garden. It is long. After the work you are going to coil that one, but here it is not. It is a straight food pipe, or we can call it as a esophagus, through which the food started processing. Once here, before going to this part, just one part I want to say that one. Whatever the food you are eating, directly that one is a dry. Some percentage of water is present in that one, but that is not enough. So if you started eating the dry food, it will not go directly as a dry food, because you can see that in your mouth always one juice is secreting. One type of liquid is secreting, that is called as a saliva. So what is the function of the saliva? What it works? Why it is always secreting in your mouth? Why your mouth is wet? If the water percentage in your body is get reduced, you can see that your mouth becomes dry. The salivary glands which are present, they will not secrete the juice. So the saliva which is present in your mouth are going to mix with the food whatever you are eating. Means if you are going to chew the food with the help of different type of teeth which we are having in your mouth structure. In your mouth we are having 4 type of teeth. What is the function of that each and every teeth we are going to come to know in the next part of this lesson. But with the help of these teeth, we are going to cut the food, tear the food, grind the food, crush the food. That's why here in our ancient time, the people who are sitting for the dinner, they are calling Annapurna Brahma. That is means the whatever the food, it is a yajna or home. It is not eating is enough. That food should be chewed 32 times in your mouth. Means the complex food should be converted into a simpler substances or simpler parts or simpler particles. With the help of this saliva glands or saliva which is present, the complex food will be converted into a simple substances. That's why once it enters the mouth, it will mix with the saliva and it started, now it becomes soft. Now the food whatever we are eating, with the help of when it gets mixed with the saliva, it gets soft. Now it is like a paste. Now the food whatever it is, we are eating the chapati in a piece. But now after chewing, grinding, crushing, cutting, tearing, all these processes that happen, the food becomes the paste or becomes Now with the help, now the liquid paste is very easy to move. The liquid part can very easily they can move. So now this food process, food particle started flowing through this esophagus, and we started entering into the stomach. And after that the different processes are going on. That one by one we are going to see. So here the canal is nothing but the parts which are involved, food pipe or esophagus or all this, including the different parts which actually taken place in the digestion process in the human beings, which actually helps. Now we can see that which parts or the which compartments are present in your digestion systems, which are going to perform this process, complete process, not in a half. The digestion process will not take rest until you stop eating. You are eating means the digestion system is active. So you can see that the different process or different parts which are going to involve in the digestion system, that is buccal cavity, food pipe or esophagus. Just now we have seen this one. Buccal cavity is nothing but it is a mouth through which the food started entering to our stomach. It is a intake part. Through mouth only we can eat the food. If that food pipe has any damage or any problem or anything is, then only the direct food is through the pipes the doctors are sending to our body. If the digestion system gets weak or poor, then only through the saline the direct liquid food is injected to our body. That's why it should not be happen like that. So buccal cavity, this is the first part through which the food started entering to our body. Next, food pipe or esophagus. Just now we have seen this is the long pipe through which the food is started. Now you can see this one. This is nothing but it is up to here. We are having the food pipe or esophagus. Next, stomach. The food, once the food, you can see this one, the food enters to the stomach and it is stored. That's why see here, whenever you are eating something, after you are eating enough food, your stomach gets full. The stomach is nothing but it is a flexible like bag-like structure is there, through which the food directly stores in that one. After that, the different processes are going on. That one we were going to see. Once the food enters the stomach, it is stored there only. So, small intestine. These are the different parts who are going to actually take place in the digestion system. Next, large intestine, which is large intestine is going to end in the rectum. These are the parts. In your textbook also we are having one diagram, but with the help of video we will come to know the clear-cut idea how the food is going to be digested, how it enters the stomach, how it gets the process. Different processes are done in the stomach, in the large intestine, the small intestine, and at the end, once the whole food is digested, the unwanted food is throwing or excreted through our body through this anus. So these all parts are very, very important in the human digestive system. If one part get damaged or if one part is not working properly, the whole digestion system gets suffered. Now, you can, once the food enters the stomach, what will happen? The inner walls of the stomach, the inside, the inner wall of the stomach or small intestine. How this will work? We will come to know one by one. So, small intestine and various glands. Various glands are, thyroid glands are there, pituitary glands are there, salivary glands are there in our body. They are having their different functions. They will help to digest the food completely. So the salivary glands, just now you have seen, the liver and the pancreas help in the digestion of food. So all these different parts or different organisms, they are going to help our body to digest the food in a proper way. If you are eating very fast food, it will not digest completely. That's why in our ancestors told that one bite should be chewed 32 times in our mouth. Why 32 times? Once 32 times chewing means how much you are chewing, that much the food becomes soft and soft and soft. That much soft and easy to digest. Once it enters the stomach, the process gets started. If the food is very hard or consists of different pieces, it is hard for our digestion system to digest that food. That's why here the food which contains the Ajinomoto, like all the junk foods like Manchurian, burger, cakes, breads, or you can see this one noodles, they are very hard for the digestion, good for the eating. That is the taste of your tongue, but it will create a lot of problem in the digestion system, because one component present in that one, that is called Ajinomoto, it will spoil our digestion system. How the regular food, whatever we are eating, that is vegetable, roti, dal, chapati, idli, dosa, poha, whatever it is, it will take just 2 hours or 3 hours to digest that food. But once you eat that junk food like Manchurian or burger or pizza, in that one component, that is Ajinomoto or yeast, which is used to ferment that product or ferment that food. That's why the too much use of cheese or butter or fatty food, that will spoil our digestion system, and it will take 8 to 9 hours to digest that food. Means our body energy will be utilized more. Our digestion system has to work more to digest that particular food. So that one is not good for our health. So we have to avoid. So salivary glands, we will come to know saliva is the liquid present in your mouth which is going to mix in with your food, and it is going to make your food soft for the further process. The liver present in your digestion system, that will help, that will separate. And pancreas. Now what do you mean by pancreas? Pancreas are nothing but, it is a large, it is a long and flat gland which is present in your stomach, which is going to secrete one digestive juice, which is going, it is behind the stomach. The place of the pancreas are behind the stomach, and from that one, these pancreas are helping the stomach to digest the food by secreting the digestive juices. Juice means not like that, mango juice, apple juice or strawberry juice, not like that. The juices means the liquid which will make the food very soft, or it is very easy for the process of digestion. See here, one example I will give to you, that is, if the patient, any patient is there, if he is not feeling well, the doctor suggested to give them liquid food. Don't give them the solid food, just give the liquid food they are taking. Why liquid food only? They are good one, they are very healthy. Why they can't eat the solid food then? Why the doctor preferred to give only liquid food? Because in the sickness, or if you are not feeling well or fever or cough, your digestion system becomes little bit weak. They can't digest the food very fast. So even though if you are having fever, if you eat something, it will be come out from your body in the form of vomiting. Means digestion system will not allow the food to go enter through your stomach. So liquid food is very easy for the digestion, but already it is liquid structure. But in the regular food, our body has to convert solid food into liquid food. That's why these processes are very necessary. That's why you have to eat, or you have to take the lunch, every bite you have to eat, or you have to chew 32 times. So pancreas just help in the digestion of food. So digestion of food is very necessary. Without the undigested food, if it is more, it is just like a toxin, or it is just like a poison in your stomach. It will spoil your digestion system. If too much food is remain in your stomach undigested, and again if you are eating something, means that will create a big headache for your digestion system. Which food has to digest by the digestive systems. So, like this, we have seen that the digestive juices which are secreted in the stomach or in the different glands will help the food to digest very easily. So, now one by one, we are going to see that which part is going to help or which part is going to take place in the digestion of the food, whatever we are eating. So, we will come to know that the first part which is very important, that is through which the process starts, that is nothing but it is a buccal cavity, or we can call it as the mouth. The first initial part, without eating the food through the mouth, the process will not start. Means this is the first important part which is going to perform the first stage or first step of the digestive system. You cannot eating something, you are not eating something, how the digestion system will work? That's why you have to eat something, no? Something is not stone or grass or like that. The good food, the nutrient food. So once it enters through the buccal cavity or mouth, the process started automatically. Once you chew the food, once the food enters the mouth, the saliva is going to mix in the mouth with that food, and the food started flowing downwards towards the stomach. You can see here the food how it is going to flow or moving down in the stomach. The solid food now started cutting, because with the help of our teeth we are cutting that piece into a simpler substance, a simple piece. This much big chapati you cannot eat directly. You have to cut it into the small pieces. So like this, the first part which is very important for the digestion system, that is nothing but it is the buccal cavity or the mouth. Through what mouth? With the help of this buccal cavity, the food is going to enter your digestion system, and after that in between you have to eat some liquid part, that is water, which will help the digestion system to become very soft. The hard food becomes very soft. Now with the help of this one, once the food started flowing through this one, in buccal cavity the saliva get mixed, the food started coming down towards the stomach, and after that which processes are going to happen? Now with the help of a small video I am going to show you how the harder substances or the complex substances are going to break down into a small pieces to digest very fast. So please all of you go through the video. Now I am going to share one video to you.
Take care.